Seniors, would you please take a look at the small picture that is on your seats? Could someone do my easel? And if you could just shoot it. This is the same picture that is mounted on my human easel. The picture was taken from a spacecraft. It was Cassini that passed Saturn and took a shot of Saturn's rings. In the background is a small blue dot. That dot is Earth. This is the shortened version of what Carl Sagan said on his last episode. Seniors, look at that dot. That's our home. That's us. On it, everyone you loved, everyone you know, everyone you've heard of. Every human being who ever was, everyone who's ever lived out their dreams. The total of our joy and suffering, thousands of religions, ideologies, and economic doctrines. Every hero and coward, every creator and destroyer of civilization, every king and every peasant, every young couple in love, every mother, and every father, and every hopeful child, every inventor and explorer, every teacher of morals, every corrupt politician, every superstar, every supreme leader, every saint, and every sinner in the history of mankind has lived on that pale blue dot. Think of it. Every drop of water that you have drank is on that dot. It was drunk by the dinosaurs. It once was a drop in the ocean. It once was a cloud. And thank God they're not around today. It is the substance of life. It's what our planet makes it look blue from outer space. Now, it is estimated if you live to the age of 80 that you will have breathed every breath of air that every other human being has ever taken. Life is impossible without it. Every handful of soil is also on that tiny dot, and every meal that you've ever ate came from it. In the overall scheme of things, the oceans are not mighty as we might think. The atmosphere that we breathe reflects light on that tiny dot, and our land is only 1/5 of that of that very, very small and tiny speck. When I picked up the newspaper just 3 days ago, I read that Iowa has a new record of impaired water. We treat our air, our land, and our soil as if it would last forever. But we know better, because we must feed a hungry world. Today, that tiny dot has over 7 billion people living on it. Our population has more than doubled in my lifetime alone. My first challenge to you, the class of 2015, is to reverse that trend of fouling our air, our water, and our soil. And instead of pointing political fingers at each other, we need to roll up our sleeves and find a solution. It is estimated that there are 108 billion people that have lived on this earth. In the course of that time span, there have been too many times where humans have not treated each other very well. Nations fight over land, economics, politics, and religions. Some wars can be justified, most cannot. In our own history, we have made a science out of killing each other, and with every passing year, we only become more effective in our science. Now, some of you will be joining our military. It is an important and essential endeavor. I salute you for the sacrifices that you will make. My second challenge to you, the class of 2015, is to make the world a more peaceful place. War should never be the first option of this country. it should always be the last. If there were 108 billion people born on this earth, then I truly believe that there were 108 billion souls. Each soul possesses the instinct of love. No child has to learn how to love. But I also believe that no child is born with the instinct of hate. Hate is a learned behavior. Recent events in this nation have turned a spark of hatred into a flame. The fire is fanned by ignorance of racism and bigotry. The delusion of some people who think that they are superior to others simply because of the color of their skin, or think that they are better and have a superior status on this tiny dot, are those who fan the flames of prejudice. My next challenge to you, the class of 2015, is to extinguish that flame in this nation and throughout that tiny dot. Despite all the problems of the world today and the collective problems of the past, this tiny dot holds great promise. We have never had more knowledge. We have never had more technology. We have never had more hope. The seeds that have been sown for you need to be nurtured for a new generation that can do more good than any previous generation. The possibilities are endless. Your generation has an incredible opportunity to feed the hungry in the world, to conquer disease and famine, to educate the ignorant, to spread joy and the joy of freedom, to harness the energy of the earth, and to spread the instinctive goodwill of mankind. So now, the seeds have been sown. I ask you to take root, to grow, and to blossom, not as a weed, but as a beautiful flower, here on this tiny blue dot that we call Earth. God bless you. This has been a fabulous class, and it's been a great class to go out on. God bless each and every one of you, and good luck in your endeavors. Thank you.